between the Taylor Trojans and your Rochester Warriors. The Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference and the NAIA are committed to maintaining the true spirit of competition in athletics. As such, please do your part by showing respect to every spectator, athlete, coach, and official involved in today's contest. At this time, we'll have our pre-match prayer. Father in heaven, we ask your blessing on the game we're about to play. Give each one of us the courage to play this game in a manner which by our words and our actions are pleasing to you. Let us enter into this competition in a spirit of sportsmanship with respect for the members of the opposing team. We ask you, Father, to bless each one of us, especially the coaches, officials, parents, and players. Keep us under the protection of your Son, Jesus Christ, and help us be aware of his presence with us in this game. Amen. Please remain standing while we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now for the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the Taylor University Trojans, wearing number 1, Anton Webb. Number 2, Gavin Yoon. Number 13, Jackson Allen. Number 15, Caden Furman. And number 34, Caleb Hodson. Your head coach for the Trojans, Josh Andrews and assistants, Luke Hummer, Kevin Alsop, and Stan Beltry.
on the beautiful campus of Rochester University and inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. This is Warriors basketball on the Rochester Sports Network. Stephen McDonald here saying hello everyone and welcome to our broadcast as the Rochester Warriors host the Taylor Trojans on day 2 of the Travis Bass Classic. Rochester earned a 77-73 win last night over St. Xavier to open the Classic. Meanwhile, the Trojans conclude last night's action with a 91-66 win over Cleary. The Warriors look to push their record to 3-0 on the young season, but they'll have their hands full with Anton Webb and the Trojans. Tip-off is next on the Rochester Sports Network. Tip is up, and we are a go inside Garth Pleasant Arena. Shukai, Brett White, Gunnar Walters, Stavros Politoglu, and Brandon McRena, the 5 to begin the game for the Warriors. McRena from the free throw line goes inside Politoglu. Had a look in tight, couldn't finish. Politoglu, 6 points per game on the year, also averaging 10 rebounds per, has led the Warriors in each of the first 2 games in rebounding. Rising for 3, comes up just short that time from Furman. It's Webb, Gavin Yoon, Jackson Ullman, Caden Furman, and Caleb Hodson, the 5 to begin the game for the Trojans. Collision down low away from the basketball as Gunnar Walters hits the floor. Walters last night for the Warriors, a team-high 20 points, going 8 of 10 from the free throw line, 18 to shoot for the Warriors. Corner 3 from McRena is up, and he rings it in. First bucket of the afternoon is a bucket from Brandon McRena. Looks like they'll say it was a long 2 that time. McRena finished with 13 points last night, had the big 3-pointer as Webb backs in, he'll kick it out. Hit the 3 to put Rochester up 72-69 at that point late in the ball game. And speaking of threes, Gavin Yoon triples, give the assist to Anton Webb. From the elbow, kick it outside. 3 is up from Shukai. Can't get it to fall, and Shukai struggling out of the gate this season shooting. 3 at the other end goes through for Caden Furman. Assisted by Ullman, or Olam, excuse me. For Furman, just under 15 points per game so far this season. That last triple gives him 11 for the year. Trojans lead it by 4. Launching a 3. Hops off the rim one time. Pulled down by Brett White. McRena driving left has the lone Warriors bucket so far. Offensive rebound for Politoglu. He'll lay it up and in. Backing in at the free throw line. He'll dump it off. Easy lay-in on the off-ball movement from Caden Furman. Around a screen from Politoglu. High off glass, sticks it. Nice shot from Anthony Shukai. Shukai had 10 points in the opener against Lambton. Had 6 points last night against St. Xavier. Shooting just 26% from the floor coming into play here this afternoon. He's already 1 for 2 here in the early going. 16:35 to go in the opening half. Warriors trail by 2. Shukai driving middle. He'll fade back, hit from just inside the paint. Good to see Shukai knock down a couple shots early. He'll go 2 to 3 to start the game. Lay in short from Gavin Yoon. Shukai has 4, Macrina with 3. And Polatoglu has 2 for the Warriors, 5 for Furman, 2 for Gavin Yoon. We're level at 8, 4 minutes in. Up fake from White, he'll go in, kiss it off glass on the run. Brett White now in the scorers column, 1 for 2 shooting, also has a rebound in the early going. Charging in goes Shukai. He'll throw up a shot with the right hand off the heel. Warriors come in averaging just about 96 points per game. Again, had that big opening win against Lambton as there's a travel by the Trojans. Scored 116 in their opener. Had 77 here last night. Taylor on the other side averaging 80 per game so far through 3 games. Warriors struggled from 3 last night, 3 of 14 from 3. Still shooting just about 46% from distance on the year. Backing in is Polatoglu. He'll lay it in over the front of the rim. Polatoglu up to 4 points now, ties Shukai for the team lead. Warriors lead it by 4, 14:50 to go in the first half. (12-8) our score, 14:49 to go in the first half. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside with the Warriors leading it by 4 on your home for Warriors basketball. Warriors lead it by 4, 14:49 to go in the first half. It's Brody Parker, Anthony Shukai, Brett White, Gunnar Walters, and Stavros Polatoglu. The 5 on the floor for the Warriors. Yoon, Niehaus, Olam, Furman, and Wes Hunt. The 5 for Taylor. Turning and shooting went Shukai. Follow up no from Polatoglu. Three on the way from the wing. Jumps off the rim that time from Wes Hunt. Hunt a year ago, just 3 of 13 shooting in 8 games played. Came into play this afternoon, already 12 of 20 on the year. Driving his Niehaus, he'll go in and lay it up and in. Up faking was Brody Parker. He'll rise for 2 and rips the net. Player down underneath the hoop for the Trojans was Niehaus. He'll make his way back up. He'll stay in the ball game. Niehaus with a bucket on the last possession a moment ago for Taylor. Had a season-high 12 points against Olivet Nazarene. Went 6 of 8 from the free throw line that night. Scooping and scoring was Anton Webb. First shot and first bucket for Anton Webb today. Also has 3 rebounds and a couple assists as well. His team trails it by 2. He has the basketball now, and he'll travel with it. Webb has been a problem to begin this season. 17 points per game, just over 9 rebounds per. In the first 2 games for Taylor this year, led the team in points and rebounds in both. Driving, McRena rolls it off the rim. 12:50 remaining in this first half. Behind a screen, they'll send it over to Hunt. Isaiah Day gives it up to Webb. He'll drive on Fisher. Picks up the dribble, turns, hooks, and hits with 10 to shoot. Webb up to 4 points and 4 rebounds. He's 2 for 2 from the floor. They'll zip it inside, up fake Brody Parker. Tries to go one more for the cutting Fisher. All level at 14, 12-18 to go in the half. Stephen McDonald here with you on the Rochester Sports Network. Furman has 5 to lead everyone. Shukai has 4, as well as Polatoglu for the Warriors. Basketball comes out high for Fisher. He'll hand off to Gunnar Walters. 8 to shoot. Walters off a screen. Elbow jumper, good. Walters' first shot of the day. He gets it to go as 2 points, 2 assists here in the early going. Jab step from Webb. He'll pivot, reverses course, he'll lay it in. Counted in a foul for Anton Webb. They'll get James Fisher for his first. That'll be the team's first. 3 fouls on the other side for the Trojans. At the line for a 3-point opportunity is Webb. Bounced it off the heel of the rim and got it to fall. And all of a sudden, 3 for 3 shooting for Anton Webb. 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists for him. In deep for Fisher. It's poked free and out of bounds. Taylor shooting at 58% from the floor, 44% for the Warriors. Rebound controlled by Webb. Pulling the trigger for 3, well off the mark by Furman that time. Parker slams on the brakes. He'll put up a floater with the left hand, got fouled in the act of shooting. Fouls on Isaiah Day, his first, team's 4th. That'll send Brody Parker to the free throw line. .11:01 to go in the first half. First free throw off the back end for Brody Parker. Parker, 14 points per game in the first 2 games, shooting 5 of 9 from three-point range as the second one falls. Went 0 for 3 from three-point range last night against St. Xavier. Stutter stepping was Yoon. He'll kick it to the corner for Webb, send it back outside. 14 to shoot for Taylor. Picked up his dribble at the free throw line, 10 to shoot now. Outside for Yoon. Off a screen, steps back, passes off, 3 to shoot for Webb. Too strong on the three-point try. And they'll get Taylor for a travel. Some confusion off that missed shot. Hit the iron and got that reset to 20. But the shot clock buzzer still went off inside the arena, so Trojans corralled the miss, heard the buzzer, not sure they knew what to do with it at that point. And that caused the travel to occur. 17 all with 10:27 to go in the first half. Warriors have held on to the basketball here today so far, haven't turned it over once. Marzette for 3. Tapped out of bounds by Fisher. No turnovers for the Warriors, 5 for the Trojans. Trojans have a +4 advantage in rebounds, 11-7. And in the first half of yesterday's game for the Warriors, fouls and free throws really piled up in that one. Warriors took 28 free throws last night against St. Xavier for 3. Yes, sir. Hodson hits the 3. But it's been a different story so far today as Marzette drives. He'll lose the handle, and there is the first turnover of the ball game for the Warriors. Just 3 combined free throw shots so far between the two teams. 20-17 our score, 9:37 to go in the half. Inside Garth Pleasant Arena on your home for Warriors basketball. Back out of the timeout, 9:30 to go in the first half of play. 20-17 is our score for 3. It's off from Hodson. Warriors trail by 3. Haven't had any success shooting the 3 so far this weekend. Went 3 of 14 last night shooting the 3 ball. So far 0 of 5 to begin play today. McReena sends it over to Braylon Toney. They also have Fisher, Brody Parker, and Shukai on the floor for the Warriors. They'll send it back topside for Shukai. He'll step back with 12 to shoot. Driving and turning a Niehaus. Toney driving into the lane, turns and has it rejected by Hodson. 2 to shoot, 1 for Brody Parker. He does catch rim, but the rebound's controlled by Furman. Oh for 6 now from three-point range. They'll get Braylon Toney for his first, just the team's second. They'll bring Gunnar Walters back in. Three from the far side of the floor is pure. Alum with the three. 8:20 to go in the half. Up fake from McRena. He'll send it to the logo for Walters off a screen from Fisher. Pulls up for two. Stolen away by Braylon Toney. He tiptoed the sideline. Extra pass blocked. We'll get a foul on the shot. Walters with the shot. They'll get Yoon for his second. First free throw off the front end. 8:02 to go in the first half. Second free throw goes through. 2 of 4 at the free throw line for the Warriors so far today. They've shot at 76% from the free throw line so far this year. Into the corner for three. Skips off the rim from Furman. Walters sends it straight away for Shukai. He'll drive, sends it back outside for Brett White. Free throw line jumper, too strong. Offensive rebound, James Fisher. He'll back in, turns, shoots. Can't get the shot to fall, but draws the foul. Anton Webb, a game-high 7 points, also has 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Furman with 5 points, a rebound, 1 assist. Anthony Shukai has 4 for the Warriors. Polatoglu with 4 and 3 rebounds. Warriors now in the bonus. Second free throw is good from Fisher. Brody Parker back in for the Warriors. 2 at the line for Fisher. Gets it back to a 3-point game with 7:18 to go. Webb backing down Brett White. He'll pivot with the right hand hooks. Couple hops off the rim, and away with it comes Fisher. Walters spinning, shooting, got it! Nice shot from Gunnar Walters. Had 9 points in the opener last week. Had a team-high 20 last night for the Warriors. Also added 10 assists. That was a team high against Lambton last Saturday. Bucket from Furman makes it 25-22. We'll get a timeout called by the Trojans. 6:32 to go in the first half. We'll step aside on the Rochester Sports Network. Out of the timeout. Warriors trail by 3. Parker driving on Webb. Can't get the shot to fall. Rebound from Webb. 6th rebound for Anton Webb. Furman tries another 3. Furman now 1 for 5 from 3-point range. He has it now, sends it outside looking for Webb. 5:50 to go in the first half. Stephen McDonald here with you on the Rochester Sports Network. Foul goes against Parker. McRena comes in for Brett White. Just like to remind you, you can follow the Warriors on Twitter and Instagram at RUWarriors for all the latest news and scores. You can also follow Warriors basketball on Twitter at RUWarriorsMBB. 5:40 to go in the half. Basketball in the hands of Anton Webb. Had it poked loose by Shukai. He'll get double teamed on the block. 3 to shoot for Yoon. Lost the handle on his way in. Brody Parker away with it. He'll scoop. Can't hit the shot. Couple players go down to the floor as Webb and Brody Parker collide. That'll get the foul for Webb. That'll put Brody Parker on the line where he's 1 for 2 so far today. Has 3 points and a rebound for his afternoon. First free throw is good. 5:24 to go first half. Shukai, Walters, Brody Parker, McRena, and Polatoglu on the floor for the Warriors. One more free throw from Parker. He goes 2 for 2 at the line. 75% for the Warriors so far from the free throw line today. That's just about their season average of 76%. 3 on the way. Parker able to get a hand in his face on the shot. Follow up, no, but a whistle and a foul underneath. They'll get Walters for the hack. For Walters, that's just his first, team's 4th. Free throw is good at the line. This is Carson Miller shooting free throws. A year ago for Miller, played just 6 games, totaling 8 points in total. Averages just about 6 minutes per game so far this season. 5 minutes to go in the half. Pulling up at the elbow and sinking it is Gunnar Walters. Walters up to 7 points in the first half now. Miller will try for 3. Long offensive rebound comes out for Olam. Hunt tried to send it to the baseline, slapped away by Polatoglu. 27-26, 4:32 to go in the first half. 10 to shoot for the Trojans. Warriors shooting just 34.5% to 43.5% for Taylor. Shot goes off. It'll stay at this end. Shot clock showing 3. Should have reset on that shot. It will reset to 20 with 4:25 to go. Driving on Walters. Floater runs around and down. 29-26. We'll get a timeout called. Looks like the Warriors called timeout. 4:18 to go in the half. We'll step aside on the Rochester Sports Network. .418 to go in the first half. Warriors with the basketball out of the timeout. Make sure to check out the Warriors team store for all the latest apparel needs, everything Under Armour, including t-shirts, hats, hoodies, and more. You can go to rochesterUwarriors.com/team-store. Ripping the net for three goes Gunnar Walters. First three of the afternoon for the Warriors. They're 1 of 7 from three. And we're level at 29. 3:45 to go in the half. Jump stop in the lane. And good from Niehaus. McReno with it. He'll back his way in, passes off inside for Brody Parker, had it stripped. Dribbling all the way down to the baseline, send it back outside for Miller, and we'll get an offensive foul. Down to the floor went Shukai. That'll be the first on Miller, team's 9th. .316 to go in the first half. Stephen McDonald here with you. Brody Parker, Anthony Shukai, Kalen Marzette, Gunnar Walters, and Stavros Politoglu on the floor for the Warriors. It's Webb, Yoon, Olam, Furman, and Wes Hunt for the Trojans. Off a James Fisher screen, he'll use it one more time. Send it to the corner for Shukai. He'll go in, slams on the brakes, up with the left hand, and gets it to fall. Just snuck it right over top of the front of the rim. Now Yoon tried to drive on Fisher, passes off. 2:43 to go in the half. Send it just outside the elbow for Anton Webb. He'll back in on Fisher, swinging around the perimeter. All the way this side, three is on the way, and jumps off from Olam. Tied at 31. And we'll get a whistle against the Warriors. That'll be an offensive foul on Brody Parker, his second, team's 5th. Parker will head to the bench. Underhand flip with the right hand from Anton Webb, no good. Marzette Sends it to the corner. Brett White, corner three. Rebound secured by Fisher. Rejected by Anton Webb. .16 to shoot for the Warriors. 1:55 to go in the half. To Brett White. Swing it around for Marzette. He'll drive. Lost the handle on his way to the hoop. Still 6 to shoot for the Warriors. Walters will trigger on the inbound. In deep for Brett White. His shot catches rim, but the rebound pulled down by the Trojans and Grant Niehaus. Working on Marzette, gives it up to Yoon. Three is up and through. Anton Webb showing range. Webb's got 10 now, to go along with 10 on the other side from Gunnar Walters. Webb has 10 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Also had a rejection of James Fisher down at the other end just a moment ago. Trying to go behind his head was Yoon that time, had it taken away by the Warriors. Final 25 seconds to shoot, 39 seconds to go in the half. Fisher, straightaway three-point shot. Can't find the range. Rebound number 7 for Anton Webb. And they can hold for the final shot of this first half. With it is Niehaus with 12 to shoot. Inside 10 to shoot, standing at the logo. Gunnar Walters on him defensively. He'll pull up with 3. Shot comes off. Rebound away to Brett White, and that's how the first 20 minutes will end. 34-33 at the end of half number 1. A few stats before we send you to the half. Warriors shot at 35% from the floor to 43% for Taylor. Just 1 of 9 from three-point range for Rochester as they go 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Just 1 turnover in that first half for the Warriors to 8 for the Trojans. It was 10 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists for Anton Webb to lead his team, while Gunnar Walters has 10 and 3 assists. Warriors trail it by 1 at the half from Garth Pleasant Arena on your home for Warriors basketball. Welcome back. Start of the second half between the Warriors and the Trojans of Taylor. 34-33 was our halftime score. Warriors shot at 35% in that first half of play. Second time in as many days they shot 35% in the first half. Finished last night's game in the win. Shot at 40% for the night. We'll see if they can duplicate that here today. 43% from the floor on the other side for Taylor. They went 5 of 17 from three-point range, just 1 of 9 for the Warriors. But one thing Rochester did well in that first half, just had 1 turnover to the Trojans' 8. We're underway second half. Diving for it on the floor was Shukai for the Warriors. They'll come away with it with Gunnar Walters. McRena steps into a 3, comes up short. That's where he hit his 3 last night in the win. At the time, put the Warriors up 72-69. Spinning, going up for the dunk was Webb. Lost the handle on the way up. Walters. Off-ball cut from Shukai. Webb had 10 points and 7 rebounds in the first half for Taylor. 3 is on the way. Lips out, rebound goes down to Polatoglu in transition. White lays it in with the left hand. 35-34, 19 minutes to play. Up at the logo for Olam. Turning, giving off, and now behind a screen from Webb. He'll play it off inside. Looks like a whistle and a foul down low. Webb was trying to get it to Hodson. They'll tag Brett White with his first. Furman for 3. Clangs it off the iron. Rebound Brett White. Shukai stops, turns, fires, got it. Shukai has 6. He's 3 of 6 from the floor. Better shooting day for number 3 for the Warriors. Came into play this afternoon, just 26% shooting through 2 games. 12 to shoot for Taylor. We'll get a hold on the inside. Baseline inbound. Second on Brett White. Both coming in the first minute 51 of this second half. They'll float it out high for Webb. Driving Hodson against McRena. Shot won't fall, but he gets the foul. That'll be the first on McRena, third of this half for the Warriors. At the line is Hodson. Hodson, the lone Michigander on this Taylor squad. His first free throw, no good. Hodson, 3 points so far on the day. He's 1 for 2 from the floor, 1 for 2 from 3. Can't hit either free throw at the line, and it stays a 3-point Warriors lead, 17:55 to play. Stephen MacDonald here with you on the Rochester Sports Network. Polatoglu looking to go for Walters, passed it off, turned it over. Swing it all the way around. 3 from Webb is good. Anton Webb for 3. give him 13. He's 2 of 3 from three-point range. Stepping back against Webb was McRena. Free throw line jumper, got it to go for Brett White. Back and forth we go. White now 6 points, also has 4 rebounds and 1 assist tonight. Lay it up against White. That was Hodson on the lay-in. Off a screen from Polatoglu, corner 3. We'll see which way this goes. Polatoglu let that go out of bounds on the near side. Thought it was going to be off Taylor. Shukai, White, Walters, Polatoglu, and McRena, the 5 on the floor for the Warriors. It's Webb, Yoon, Olam, Furman, and Hodson for the Trojans. They'll watch this ball go out on the baseline. It'll stay at this end. 16:28 to go. All even at 39. 17 to shoot for Taylor. They'll inbound it to Webb. He'll just bowl over Gunnar Walters, and that draws the foul. Second foul on Anton Webb. Just the team's first of the half. Screen by White. Come this way for McRena. He'll go all the way through. Tried to dump it down low for Polatoglu. Turning, fading was Brett White. 4 minutes into the second half of play. 3 from Webb. Spins it out. Rebound tapped by McRena. But they'll say it was slapped away from him by the Trojans. Brody Parker and James Fisher check in for the Warriors. Fisher comes in for Polatoglu. Walters for 3. Yes, sir. Gunnar Walters for 3. Brody Parker came in just a moment ago for Brett White. Offensive rebound for Furman. They'll swing it around. 3 from the far side. The bucket went in, but they'll wave it off. They'll get Hodson for an offensive foul. Wipe away the basket. It's 42 to 39. 15:25 to go in the game. That 3 from Walters a moment ago, just the second 3 of the day for the Warriors. Scooping on the reverse goes Shukai. Warriors outscoring the Trojans 11-5 to begin the second half. But responding at the other end. Layup, got it to go on the run. Shukai back-to-back layups. Gavin Yoon hit the shot at the other end just a moment ago. Going up with the right hand is Niehaus. And again, back and forth action from Garth Pleasant Arena. This is game 1 on the day, on day 2 of the Travis Bass Classic. Shot no good from Brody Parker. We'll have Cleary taking on St. Xavier later this afternoon. Spin the shot up from Niehaus, no. But a whistle and a foul on the drive. 14-10 to go in the game. 46 43, 14-10 to go in the game. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside on your home for Warriors basketball. Make sure to subscribe to the Rochester Sports Network on YouTube so you never miss a minute of Warriors Athletics. Live streaming of home games archived right to the RSN feed. We'll have every basketball home game streaming live right here on the Rochester Sports Network. Free throw out of the media timeout from Niehaus is good. 46-44, 14-10 to go in our ball game. Stephen McDonald here with you. Second free throw is good. Took a couple hops off the rim before it fell. Trojans are 5 of 7 from the free throw line today. Warriors 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Webb with it. His team trailing by 3 as he charges in on Fisher. Pivots a couple times, they'll swing it around the perimeter in the hands of Niehaus, has it stolen away. And looks like they'll get Niehaus with the foul. That'll be the second on Niehaus, team's third. Walters and Anton Webb have a game-high 13. Walters has it now. He'll give off Brody Parker. Gets it back from him. Catches a screen from Fisher, floated inside for 24. He'll turn, hook. Can't hit the shot, rebound away to Webb. Into the front court they come. Rejects a screen from Webb, nearly poked free. And looks like we'll stay at this end. Shukai got a hand on it for the Warriors. Warriors' next game will be at Saginaw Valley State on Monday. That'll be an exhibition game with the Cardinals. The next game for Taylor, they'll go home to take on Miami Hamilton on Tuesday. Both teams picked up wins here last night in day one of the Travis Bass Classic. Gavin Yoon hits the three. It's 48 all. 12:42 to go in the game. Driving is Shukai. Picked up his dribble going against Furman. McRena steps back for three. Yes, sir! Brandon McRena, the step back three, puts his team up by 3. Timeout called with 12:30 to go. 51-48 our score. The third 3 of the afternoon for the Warriors. We'll step aside. This is the Rochester Sports Network. Warriors have a couple players in double figures, 13 for Gunnar Walters. Shukai has 12. Best shooting day of the season so far for Shukai. He's 6 of 10 from the floor. On the other side for Taylor, the man with the basketball, Anton Webb, has a double-double at 13 and 10 rebounds. Furman for 3. You betcha, ring it in for Caden Furman. That puts him in double figures with 10. He also has 3 rebounds and 2 assists. We're tied at 51. Parker rises for 3. There it is. Brody Parker needed that one. Went 0 for 3 from 3 last night against St. Xavier and was 0 for 1 to begin today's game. He's now 2 of 5 from the floor, has 8 points to go along with 2 rebounds. Tie up for it on the floor. Shukai doing battle for it with Furman and Webb. Tie up possession to the Warriors. 11:34 to go in the game. Taylor shooting 46% for the game. Warriors just behind them with 43. McRena, my goodness! Back-to-back threes for the Warriors. First one from Brody Parker, second one from McRena. And it's a 6-point game. Webb looked at the 3, he'll drive in, put it off glass, no, had it spin out on him halfway down. Away to Walters. McRena took a look at a 3 himself. He's hit a couple here this afternoon. Instead, he'll drive in. Has it rejected. Anton Webb got up for the block. Pulling up for 3. Skipped out on him was Gavin Yoon. Yoon playing in career game number 61 this afternoon as filling it up, Brody Parker. Brody Parker, the 4th Warrior in double figures. He joins McRena with 10, Shukai has 12, and Walters leads the Warriors with 13. 59-51, 10:24 to go in the game from Garth Pleasant Arena on your home for Warriors basketball. Warriors lead it by 8, 10:24 to go. Stephen McDonald here with you. It's a full stat sheet for Anton Webb. He has 13 and 11 rebounds plus 2 assists and 2 blocks, but his team trails the basketball game. Dump it inside, working against Fisher. Can't hook it in. by Hodson. Walters with it at the logo. He'll work right off a screen from Fisher, pulls up and fills it up. Walters a game-high 15, breaking the tie he had with Anton Webb. He's 6 of 7 from the floor, driving in his Hodson out of control, and before the shot, he did take an extra step. Walters 15 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists on the afternoon. He's one of 4 Warriors in double figures, 12 for Shukai and 10 from both Brody Parker and Brandon McRena. Walters and McRena have done much of the three-point shooting here so far for the Warriors. They're a combined 4 of 6 from three-point range. Warriors 5 of 15 overall. Warriors shooting it 45.5% for the game. They shot at 35% back in the first half of play, but trailed at the half by just 1. Stepping back with it now, driving is Walters. He'll kick it in the corner for Shukai. Flips up a shot with 8 to shoot, and he'll go to the floor and get fouled. Warriors have shot it well from the free throw line, 6 out of 8. They attempted 28 free throws here last night against St. Xavier, went 20 of 28. $9:15 to go in the game. Warriors lead it by 10. Shukai to the free throw line, has had a good game here today, his best game so far this season. Shooting 6 of 10 from the floor. 13 points for him and make it 14 as he hits both at the free throw line. 14 and 2 assists for Anthony Shukai. Send it this way for Olam. To the logo it goes for Yoon, 15 to shoot. We have 9 to play in the game. Free throw line losing the handle. Laying it inside for Hodson, turns and hooks. Going against Fisher. Now McRena. Steps up to the free throw line. He'll drive, hook, can't hit the shot. Offensive rebound for Fisher. He'll kick it in the corner. Rising for 3. McRena for 3. McRena with 13. He's 3 of 5 from three-point range. And turning it over was Olam into the hands of Brody Parker. He's off and running and just has it ripped away on his way to the hoop. Warriors can't believe there was no call on that. Laying it in at the other end goes Hodson, 66-55. We'll get a quick timeout on the floor, 8:03 to go. It'll be a timeout called by the Trojans. We'll step aside with them. 8:03 to go from Garth Pleasant Arena on the Rochester Sports Network. 8:03 to go. Warriors lead it by 11. They've outscored Taylor 33-21 here in the second half. Shooting pretty much even in this one, 45.7% for Taylor, 45.6% for the Warriors. They'll skip it into the corner. And Shukai stepped on the corner with it. And another solid free throw shooting game for the Warriors. They're 8 of 10 on free throws. They hit 20 in their game last night on this floor, and in the opener went 9 of 10. Layup good in traffic by Hodson. And another bright spot for the Warriors. Just 5 turnovers on the day, stepping into a 3. Came up long from Walters, tried to follow his own miss. 3 on the other way in transition. And they'll say traveling with it was Isaiah Day. That was the first shot attempt for Isaiah Day. Comes in averaging just about 4 points per game on 5 of 11 shooting. Also 3 of 9, now make it 3 of 10 from 3-point range. McRena from the elbow. Can't get the shot to fall. Away with it come the Trojans. 6:55 to play. Webb backing in on Polatoglu. Gets caught along the baseline. He'll send it back outside. Taken away by the Warriors. McRena got a hand on it. He has it now across midcourt. Warriors looking to push their record to 3-0 on the year. Parker for 3. You got the 3. Second 3 of the day for Brody Parker sends us to a timeout. 69-57, 6:29 to go. We'll step aside on your home for Warriors basketball. With that last 3 from Brody Parker, his second of the game, Warriors have raised their three-point percentage today up to 39%. Started the game 1 of 7 in that category. Out of the timeout, 6:24 to play, 69-57. These two teams very high-powered offenses. Warriors came in averaging 96 points per game over 2 games. 10 to shoot for Taylor. They'll pull up for 3 and got it from Niehaus. On the other side for Taylor, in their first 3 games, averaged 80 points per contest. McRena hands off to Walters. He'll send it back outside for McRena. 15 to shoot for the Warriors. With it now is Brett White. He'll bounce it inside. Polatoglu on the lay-in. Warriors have gotten 15 turnovers from Taylor. They average about 17 per. Floated inside. Webb goes down low for Hodson. He'll get fouled. That'll be the third on Brett White. That'll send Hodson to the line. 8th and 9th free throws as the first one's in. 8th and 9th free throws of the afternoon for the Trojans. Second one rattles around and down. They're 7 of 9 now at the line. Warriors 8 of 10. Mentioned those 15 turnovers for Taylor in this one. Rochester with 13 points off turnovers, driving a Shukai, had it slapped away. Off and running Anton Webb. He's a hard man to stop. And they have to foul him to stop him here. 5:08 to go. Fourth foul on Brett White. He'll check out. Brody Parker comes in for him. Inbound came to Webb. Swing it around the perimeter into the hands of Niehaus. Still 18 to shoot for Taylor. Stepping back is Niehaus. Over to Yoon. He'll send it outside. 3 on the way from Webb. Too strong. Up fake, wide open three-pointer, ring it in. Olam hits the 3. It's a 6-point ball game, 4.5 to go in the game. With it is Brody Parker. He'll send it straight away for Fisher. All alone for 3, Shukai. Couldn't get it to fall. Offensive rebound, Fisher. But looks like he got a push underneath. They'll get him for his second. That'll be the 7th on the Warriors. In the bonus are the Trojans. That'll put Anton Webb to the line where he's 1 for 1 so far, has 13 points, 11 rebounds. Make it 14 points with that free throw. Also has 3 assists and a couple blocks. Both teams have 4 players in double figures as he hits 2 at the free throw line. 15 for Webb, Hodson with 13, Niehaus with 11, and Furman with 10. On the other side for the Warriors, 15 for Walters, Shukai with 14, and then Parker and McReno with 13. Walters with it now. 15 to shoot for the Warriors. Driving, Brody Parker gets the whistle and the foul, but won't get the shot. 4:04 to go. That'll be the 3rd on Yoon. First free throw bumps off for Parker. Just the 3rd miss at the line for the Warriors today. Second free throw, same thing, just kind of rimmed out. 0 for 2 for Brody Parker. 4-point ball game. Those missed free throws really benefiting the Trojans that time. 3:50 remaining. Webb turning baseline and puts it in with the left hand, working against James Fisher. 2-point game, 71-69, 3:40 and counting. Stephen McDonald here with you. Walters hung up in the air, turned it over, got caught midair, tried to move it along to Brody Parker. They'll lob it down low for Webb, and he kisses it off glass. We're level at 71. 19 for Anton Webb to go along with 11 boards. Shukai straight up top for Walters. They'll send it back to him. He'll drive. Shukai won't get the shot to fall, but they'll get a foul on his way to the hoop. That'll be the third on Niehaus. He'll check out. 3 minutes even to play. We're tied at 71. Brody Parker, three, well short. Parker's hit a couple threes in this half. Doesn't get his latest one to go through. Trojans are in the bonus as they get it down to Webb on the baseline. He'll drive, got bumped, no call. Controlled as they send it cross court. Yoon for three. Fisher sees it go out of bounds on the baseline, will go the other way. Warriors shooting at 44% for the game as they send it to Parker. He'll drive in, leaves it for Fisher, and he rocks the rim. (73-71), timeout on the floor, 2:14 to play. Warriors get the lead on a James Fisher dunk. We'll step aside, come back with the conclusion of this one on the Rochester Sports Network. James Fisher has 4 points and 5 rebounds, and what a way to get his first field goal of the afternoon, a dunk on the assist from Parker. 73-71 gives his team the lead. Out of the timeout, Webb nearly lost the handle, 15 to shoot for the Trojans. Fading back and filling it goes Hayden Furman. Furman, one of the 4 Trojans players in double figures. He has 12 now. Picking up his dribble in the middle of the paint was Walters. McReno with 10 to shoot. To the free throw line he goes. Backdoor cut for Shukai. How did he get that to fall? High off glass on the reverse. 75-73, 1:18 remaining. Warriors looking to go 3-0 on the year, go 2-0 on the weekend here in Game 3 of the Travis Bass Classic. Our conclusion, we'll see Cleary taking on St. Xavier. Ball taken back by the Warriors. Send it across court. McReno looked at the three. He'll drive in. Had it kick off his foot. Outside Walters. 18 to shoot. 50 left in the game. He'll back this out to center court. Off a screen from Fisher. 10 to shoot. He'll drive in and lay it in. 4-point game. 40 seconds left. And a timeout called on the floor. Shukai with 16. He's 7 of 12 from the floor. Add 3 assists to his day. 77-73. We'll step aside on the Rochester Sports Network. Warriors lead it by 4. 40 seconds to play in the game. Both teams with 2 timeouts left for the final 40 seconds of this one. Stephen McDonald here with you. Across midcourt comes Olam. He'll give off to Anton Webb. He was being harassed by Walters with the right hand. Tough shot, got it to fall. That was Furman on the shot. Back to a 2-point game. Foul on Yoon, his 4th. And as we set up to shoot free throws, both teams in the bonus now. I'd like to remind you that the next men's basketball game will be Friday, November 4th. The next home game, I should say, Friday, November 10th against Indiana Northwest at 5 p.m. Eastern. That'll be day 1 of the Tim Hortons Classic here from Garth Pleasant Arena. We'll have that for you live streaming on the Rochester Sports Network. Free throw is good from Shukai. Pushes it back to a 3-point differential. Next free throw could be critical. He does get it to go through. 4-point game, 79-75. 2 at the line for Shukai. 26.4 seconds to go. We've got another timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them on the Rochester. Final 25 seconds of this one. Warriors lead it by 4. Into the corner it goes for Furman. Smacked away by Fisher. See if he can come up with it. He'll go down to the floor. And it'll go out of bounds. But if nothing else, the Warriors and James Fisher able to kill off some clock. 12.4 seconds remaining. Both teams in the bonus. 8 seconds to play. Up fake. Yoon for 3. Comes up short. 2 seconds and 1. Saved inbounds. And the Warriors will run it out to finish off the game. 79-75. The final score. The Warriors improve to 3-0 on the year and 2-0 here in the Travis Bass Classic. Get you a few stats from this one before we sign off. The Warriors went 35% from three in this one. They shot 47% from the floor. That's just about their season average coming into play today. Anton Webb had a whale of a game to lead the Trojans. He has 19 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 blocks as well. But it wasn't enough on this afternoon as Anthony Shukai finishes with 18 to lead the Warriors. He also had 3 assists to his credit. He was one of 4 Warriors in double figures. Gunnar Walters was another one at 17 and 5 assists. So for SID Hussein Murray, I'm Stephen MacDonald saying so long from Garth Pleasant Arena, where your final score one final time is the Warriors 79 and the Trojans 75. This has been a presentation of the Rochester Sports Network.